Hello and welcome to Columbus Grove tonight, a Northwest Conference battle between the visiting Lady Knights from Crestview and the Lady Bulldogs of Columbus Grove. Garrett Mansfield and Kelsey Beimer bringing to the action here tonight. And Kelsey, you know, it's still December, but this could be one that has implications by the time February rolls around and the conference season is closed up, because this is a biggie in the league.
You're sure right, Garrett. Yeah, this is probably one of the biggest games on each of these schedules. Like you said, it's a big NWC matchup. Columbus Grove comes into this undefeated. Crestview only one loss to a really good Audubon team, so this is going to be a good battle, that's for sure.
Yeah, you hit it there, Kelsey. Columbus Grove is 7-0, and Crestview, they're hot as well. 6 straight wins after starting at 1-1. And for the lineups tonight, let's get that introduced to you as well so you see who is on the floor here to get started. Could be a big night, a historic evening at Columbus Grove, and it starts with Lauren Achmoody starting the senior 5'7" guard. She's just a handful of points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer here at Columbus Grove. Her teammates on the floor are Ruth Myers, a junior at guard. Junior guard at 5'10" is Kendall Pulte. Nicole Nesby, who's at center circle right now, is a junior in the forward slot, and an Aubrey Schrader, a 5'11" freshman, in the starting lineup for head coach Brian Schrader. The starters for the Lady Knights and head coach Mark Gregory. It's Casey Gregory, a sophomore, and a senior Ellie Klein in the lineup there as a quick 2 goes up, no good, and rebounded by Columbus Grove. Second chance opportunity. The rest of that Crestview starting line as Kendall Pulte knocks down a 15-footer. Haley McCoy is a junior, senior Kennedy Kreider, and senior Josie Kolwicki. There's the 5 out there for the Knights in blue, and a block shot as Ellie Klein put her head down to get to the rack. Here comes Grove and Achmoody with the basketball.
Yep, off to a really fast-paced start here, and that's definitely what I'd expect from both of these teams here.
They can both score in bunches. Crestview averaging over 50 points a game and 63 points tonight for the Lady Bulldogs. Little inside-out game. Pulte open at 3 look. No good. Excuse me, that is Schrader. And the rebound is grouped together for Gregory. There's Klein down the middle of the floor in the paint. Kicks for Haley McCoy. And then an offensive rebound and a putback for Josie Kulwicki. She gets the bucket and the foul. Lady Knights have a chance to take the early lead.
And that's the sort of effort you're going to need in this game, this big matchup. Kulwicki did a fantastic job running into the lane there, grabbed the rebound, put it up, and was able to get to the charity line as well. So really great job by her and great effort.
And Kulwicki, good free throw shooter, knocks it down. She averages just under 3 a game. She's got the first 3 for Crestview tonight, so she's playing with house money the rest of the evening. Here's Ruth Myers. And Columbus Grove very controlled in the half court, but a turnover here forced by Crestview. They have been the class of the conference for decades, but it's been a while since they have lifted the Northwest Conference title by themselves. They've had some co-championships. Ruth Myers after the steal with a 3, picked up by the Lady Dogs underneath, and we got a foul near the baseline. Appears to go in the Crestview direction.
Yeah, that was a really great steal there by Ruth Myers. Was able to get right behind her, poke the ball out, and bring it up the floor. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make contact there with the 3, but that's what you're going to want to see between these two teams. Really hard effort and plays like that.
Open look, Myers, corner 3. Off the mark. Rebound quickly, thrown up the floor. Gregory finds a streaking Klein, and she's going to draw contact and head to the stripe. Klein, the leading scorer for Crestview, but that is a title that does not have much separation between her and Casey Gregory. 15.5 and 15 a night.
Yeah, they're both really fantastic guards. And talk about Casey Gregory, she's only a sophomore, so they're going to have quite a few more years out of her. And yeah, really fantastic backcourt there for Crestview.
That foul called against Aubrey Schrader will be her first, team second. With Klein at the line, she releases, knocks it down. She's now 24 of 28 on the year from the charity stripe. Crestview shoots at 72% from the line. And the second one in and out, and an offensive rebound grabbed by Haley McCoy, but she traveled with it. Getting it back to Columbus Grove.
Yeah, and I think that's something we're going to see a lot there from Crestview. From what I've noticed watching their games is they're a really fast break transition team. Once they get the turnover, they're flying down the court looking for those easy buckets. They're always going to have someone down on the block looking for that easy layup.
There's Moody. Got her first 2 as she inches a little bit closer to Columbus Grove history.
Crestview was able to hold her off for a couple mominutes, but we knew it wouldn't be long before Moody was putting some points on the board for Columbus Grove.
The Knights settle into the half court. Around the perimeter. Open look for McCoy. Long 3 off the mark. Long rebound grabbed by McCoy. She puts her head down and goes to the basket. No good. Grabbed by Nesby.
Yeah, Nicole Nesby, she's going to be persistent in that post all throughout the night for Columbus Grove. So keep an eye on her. She's a really great defensive and offensive threat.
Active hands cause another turnover. Kennedy Kreider comes away with the steal. We're locked up at 4, almost 3 minutes gone by in the first. Here's Casey Gregory from that wing. She drives, cut off, looking for somebody open. Now Ellie Klein triggers a 3-pointer, and she knocks it down. A Dale's concrete 3 from the outside, Crestview. 7-4.
Yeah, Ellie Klein, she's 31% from three-point percentage this year, so definitely want to keep an eye on her, keep someone close on the three-point line because she can shoot and put them in.
Well defended against Paulty near the bucket. Now Crestview dumped underneath. Good look. Ellie Klein finds Josie Kolwicki for an easy 2. Klein better than 4 assists a game. There's one. Put the Lady Knights up by 5.
This is exactly what Crestview needed in this game. They needed to come out to a quick start, really confident, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And a miss for Nesby. Got the offensive board and draws the foul.
Yeah, that was a rare miss there by Nesby. She's eventually found her way to the free throw line, got fouled under there, so we'll see if she can get those 2 points back.
And she's a big force on the glass and scores just under 10 a contest. That is good for second best on the team this year. And of course, as Nesby knocks it down, gets her to 50% shooting at the line. Allison Thompson checks in for the first time, giving Myers a break for Columbus Grove. Now Nesby will line it up again. She was second team Northwest Conference a year ago. Rattles home her second try. Now it's a one-possession game again as Columbus Grove brings on a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, but we're going to expect to see that from Columbus Grove. I talked to their assistant coach, and he says they really like to play physical and aggressive on defense. So that's what they're going to do tonight, and something for Crestview to expect, to have that pressure on them pretty much all night.
And Klein partially deflected, but Crestview will keep possession. Well, the Lady Knights got some very big contributors the last couple of years that they have graduated and had to find a way to replace, but when you're able to do that in-house with rising from the JV and a lot of these players, it's siblings. They're filling the roles of. And here is a nice look inside. Klein finds Kreider. Offensive board. McCoy has her shot disrupted, and it's Nesby that cleans the glass again. Long throw up for Moody. And we got a ricochet here near the sideline. It's going to stay with the Lady Dogs.
That was a great job there by Allison Thompson. That ball was headed out. She ran right along the line there, tipped it back in, and was able to keep possession with them.
Lily Best and Peyton Hoffman come into the game for Crestview. And McCoy and Gregory a breather. Nice look from the elbow for Paulty. But it clangs off and Crestview cleans it up. Here the Lady Knights settle in. Ellie Klein with 4 points on the evening already. Down to the corner for Hoffman. Finds Kreider. Good patient set here offensively for Crestview.
You're right. Yeah, they're doing a great job moving the ball around there, but Columbus Grove is meeting them with really great defense.
Another offensive rebound. Crestview killing the boards tonight. But that time, Lauren Moody is able to get the basketball, and she's off to the races. Seeing if she can get by the defenders. Pulls up from 3 and knocks it down. There's another Dale's concrete 3. This time for Moody. She has 5 now.
Yeah, if you're Columbus Grove and Moody gets hot from the three-point line, I mean, that's just such a huge advantage. You know that she can do it. She's a great shooter. She has fantastic form. So that's looking really good for Grove if she can get hot shooting.
Ties the game at 9. Now you're keeping track. As a 3 on the way for Crestview. Offensive rebound. Klein with a second chance. No again, but a third chance here for Crestview. Pull-up jumper off the mark again. Another offensive board. And a 4-shot possession results in a foul. Back quickly to Moody. She's now at career points 1,490. 10 to go to reach 1,500. And that is the career mark here at Columbus Grove. She would need another 11 to become the sole holder of the program record.
It is, yeah. It looks like that's held by Lauren Slesser from 1999 to 2002. So that record's been standing for a while.
Yep. She's already broken one of her records earlier this year, a 42-point performance, the most in a single game, Lady Bulldog history. And here, Josie Kulwicki knocks down 2 free throws. She's up to 7 points.
She's had a fantastic start for the Knights.
7 of their 11. Now, Lise Fortman, who has just checked in. Ball goes to Schrader, and a little dipsy-do from the left end. She finds the bottom of the net. Keeping pace, 11-11.
Yeah, and Garrett, talking about bringing up some of these younger players, Aubrey Schrader, just a freshman, so they have some really young girls coming up and are playing a really big part on their varsity offense and defense.
Long 3 try for Casey Gregory, and she splashes one in for her first points of the evening. Loose ball, but handled by Grove. Fortman, skip pass to Schrader. Now here's Moody. Look at the give, but it's knocked away, kept by Crestview. Haley McCoy emerged, and then it's now Peyton Hoffman dribbling up the floor.
That was a really great thought by Moody there. They know that they're keeping strict on her on defense, so she dribbled the baseline, tried to bounce pass it in. Unfortunately, the post was guarded as well, so good job by Crestview there.
McCoy from the corner. Kulwicki swings. Back to McCoy down inside. There's that post matchup, and it's Nesby that wins that battle. Here goes Moody. 2-on-1, and look at that finish.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty, isn't it? She just glided across the floor. Shuttle step in there and just laid it right up, like no effort at all.
The Finley commit with a great finish. And we got a double team and a timeout taken by Coach Gregory of Crestview with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. We're going to step aside as well. Tight ball game to start here from Columbus Grove on WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove, where our 3-point sponsor tonight is Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping and Lipstick for all of your commercial and residential concrete needs. Dale's Concrete. There's a 3 on the way from Crestview, but pulled down by Lauren Moody. She's going to pull one up in transition and knocks it down. That should be good for 3. And they're going to count it as 2. She had a foot on the line on the way up, but that is something special as Moody gets a little bit closer to that big mark here at Columbus Grove.
It sure is, yeah. I mean, I can't even say I'm surprised anymore. It's not surprising at all that she's going to play basketball at the next level. Just really fantastic play by her, and she just makes it look effortless.
That's the first quarter in the books. 15-14, Grove back on top. We'll take the break and return for the second quarter on WOSN. Second quarter action from Columbus Grove with a 15-14 Grove lead, and our scoreboard sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Inbound pass nearly stolen by Columbus Grove. Lady Knights will take it. Lauren Moody started that first quarter for Columbus Grove with 9 points. She now needs 6 to tie the all-time mark here at Columbus Grove, and a 7 to become the new all-time scoring leader. But Crestview, they keyed in on her very well to start the basketball game.
They sure did. And both teams, it just shows how important this game is for both of them. You can see their effort. The key players are really doing what they need to do. The supporting players are as well. And this is a really great matchup between these two teams.
Great backdoor look to Ellie Klein. She bobbled the pass from Haley McCoy, but it still goes down as a bucket and an assist. Back on top is Crestview. And a blocked shot from Kennedy Kreider, and we're going to get a Columbus Grove foul in the process. And that's going to be a separator, I feel, tonight, Kelsey, is we've seen turnovers. We've seen both teams really turn it over, so that might end up be a wash. But if you're able to disrupt shots like that, clean up the rebounds, that's where games like this separate a win from a loss.
You're absolutely right, Garrett. And that's Nicole Nesby's second foul, so they'll want to keep an eye on that because if she gets into foul trouble, that would be a big loss for Grove.
They keep her on the floor with those 2 fouls, so she'll have to play disciplined here in the rest of this first half. Ellie Klein left alone, top of the key 3. Offensive rebound, Kulwicki. Inside-out game to McCoy. Mid-range jumper, no. Moody rips down the rebound and draws contact.
A really great effort there by Moody. She was fighting for that ball. She was trying to rip it out, got fouled in the process, so the ball's going to stay with Grove.
It's going to be the second against Josie Kulwicki. So here we start the second quarter, and 2 players quickly find themselves in foul trouble. Moody sets the stage here with Grove in the half court. Goes to Aubrey Schrader. Palti unloads a 3, rebounded by McCoy from Crestview. Lady Knights push it up the floor. Playing around the perimeter.
They are. Crestview's looking for a good shot like they just got right there.
And open look from downtown won't go as Crestview trying to shoot Grove out of their zone. And there's a steal for Gregory. And we're going to get a foul from behind. The Crestview crowd like that. Might have been a makeup from a little earlier.
Yeah, and Casey Gregory, 27 steals in the season so far. She's tied with Ellie Klein there. So they both are really big threat defensively. Watch out for those steals there from them.
Another timeout down on the floor. We'll take it too. 6:05 to go in the first half. And a tight one from Columbus Grove on WOSN. Back at Grove, where our free throw sponsors tonight are brought to you by Thermal Guard Window and Door. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguard.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate. 6-minute mark on the first half. Lauren Moody off the floor now for Columbus Grove. Chance to rest here. Your open look for Gregory, and Casey Gregory, solid shots from outside. Dale's Concrete, 3-point sponsor this evening. She's now made 2 of those.
Yeah, she's a really big threat from the 3-point line there, and they're doing a really good job. Columbus Grove is in their zone, but Crestview's doing a great job passing the ball and finding the open spots where they're able to get open shots.
Klein can't convert in transition. It is Klein and Gregory leading the way with 6 apiece for the Lady Knights. So inside out, Aubrey Schrader, no good on the triple try. Now Gregory back in the middle for Kennedy Kreider. Crestview built their lead to as many as 4 here. Their largest of the contest already.
Yeah, and we can't forget that Crestview has kept Columbus Grove scoreless in this in this quarter so far.
They have. Long 3 again. Nope. And a defensive board from the freshman, Aubrey Schrader.
Really great move by her. She was confident, boxed out, and was able to get that rebound pretty easily.
Solid drive from Kendall Palti. Shot disrupted, and it's going to stay with the Lady Bulldogs.
A little bit of contact there from Haley McCoy. Thankfully, she didn't come away with a foul there.
Moody comes back into the game. Exchange for Schrader. And the number is 7 for Moody. She averages 28 a game, so not out of the question that she could be the all-time leading scorer here at Columbus Grove in girls basketball by the time we hit halftime. Open look at the top of the arc from Allison Thompson. Second chance here on the offensive rebound. And Grove, they go to that high post move, and they move it on both ends of the key very well. Find those open spaces, the soft spots, if you will, of the Crestview defense. Okay.
They sure do. Yeah, and I think that's what Columbus Grove wants there. Get Nicole Nesby there in the post, let her get good position and go for the shot there. And if she doesn't make it, good chance she's going to get fouled there anyways.
First free throw clangs off. Lily Best checks back in for Crestview. Columbus Grove brings Aubrey Schrader back on the floor for Pulte.
Yeah, Nicole Nesby shoots 48% on free throws for the season so far. So we'll see if she can convert this one and keep with that 50% average. She did.
Makes her 3 of 4 tonight. All 3 of her points have been at the free throw line. Brought to you by Thermal Guard Window and Door. 3-point game. Crestview with the lead and the ball. Grove staying in that 2-3 zone. Throw down to the baseline. Here comes the trap, and it's going to cause a turnover. Just like the Lady Bulldogs drew it up.
Yep.
Down to Nesby. Between the blocks, she turns between 2 defenders, and she'll get 2 shots back to that Thermal Guard Window and Door free throw line.
Yeah, really great job by Nesby, like I said, just how I keep harping on how big of a post threat she is. And what's good about this is she's getting the ball there in the post. She's going for the shots, but don't be surprised. She's looking for people out as well to pass the ball out for open three-pointers.
First attempt is off. Ruth Myers checks in for Grove. Good shift before Elise Fortman. Now Nesby lines up her second. Good. All 4 of her points tonight have been at the stripe. Cuts the Crestview lead down to 2. 7-1 Crestview with a narrow lead on 7-0 Columbus Grove, and we got a foul in transition. We're going to put that one on Lauren Moody, her first of the night.
Yep, that puts them at 3 at the quarter, so you just want to watch. Well, both teams are at 3 for the quarter. Once you get to that 5 mark, you go to the free throw line, and that could be the difference on this game if a team were to make it to the free throw line a lot.
Now, Crestview going to be patient here to set things up in the half court. With Kowicki with the basketball. High post for Ellie Klein. Open look for Casey Gregory. She pump fakes Moody, drives by. This is the 12-footer. Here comes Grove barreling down the floor. It's Schrader with a nice bounce to Nesby, and she finishes off the window to tie it up, 19-all.
Yep, Nesby, the sole scorer for Columbus Grove here in the second quarter. They're doing a great job sticking in this.
Ellie Klein can't bury the 3, but Kennedy Kreider gets fouled after the offensive board.
And I think that's going to be Moody again, her second of the game.
Couple more Thermal Guard free throw tries. Kreider's first try is good. She's now 4 of 5 on the season. Both teams make a 1-for-1 swap. Haley McCoy, Kendall Pulte in for Grove. Here's Kreider's second attempt. And the free throw is good. 21-19 there on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Dish in the corner. Schrader, 3, good.
Great shot there by Schrader. Columbus Grove's doing a really good job of moving that ball around. I mean, because it's obvious Crestview is keeping on Lauren Moody pretty tight, so they're doing a good job of getting the ball around to other players, and they're doing a good job executing.
And that's one of the tells of a of a good player, right? Or I should say a great player. There's where their separation is. Yes, you can do it on your own, but when you know you're going to be that option trying to be taken away, how well do you facilitate to your teammates and then they execute? So it's like those great players just elevate everybody around them. And that's what we're seeing here this evening with the wealth being shared.
You're absolutely right.
22-21. Grove with the lead, and the Lady Knights being very deliberate. You know, it's a kind of one of the secret sauces to being able to retool every year. You won't want to say reload because you have a lot of the same talent. As another three-pointer comes from Ellie Klein, thanks to Dale's Concrete. 2-point lead for Crestview. But being able to play different styles with the different personnel that you have. Moody misses a three. We've seen some of that with Crestview. Had a little bit more size in the past. Been able to score in bunches a little bit more, and now they're just able to play on the perimeter, find the best shot that they can, and that's how you're going to win and crash the boards, do all those hustle things right, and we're seeing all of those boxes checked early from Crestview.
Exactly, as that one bounces in and out there, but you're exactly right with Crestview, and I think Coach Gregory, I'm sure, is harping this on the sidelines. Be patient. Let's pass the ball around. Let's get the open shot because we just don't want to throw up shots and give possession back to Columbus Grove because we know that they can score. They average, 64 points a game? That's unreal for a girls team. So really great job by them. They're keeping patient and making sure they're getting a good open look. And
not out of the question for Grove to put up 80. They've done it twice already this year. And as soon as Casey Gregory got the basketball, I'm thinking in my head, this might be the last shot of the half, and that's exactly what they're going to try to run down here. To the high post, Kennedy Kreider with the catch and shoot. The lead is 4. Moody with a long heave, and it falls short. Crestview clamped down on her in this quarter, kept her off the board, and the Lady Knights outscoring Columbus Grove 12-7 just in this quarter to take the halftime lead here on the road. Good first half. We'll regroup, retool, come back, give you the third quarter of a day of a basketball game of the Northwest Conference tonight from Columbus Grove when we come back on WOSN. Second half action at Columbus Grove, and our scoreboard is brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor, bringing resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Here at the third quarter start, Columbus Grove with the basketball, but they're down 26-22. Starters all back on the floor for Grove and Crestview. Open look for three, Aubrey Schrader. Long rebound by Moody. And tipped out of bounds. That's starting five for Grove. Moody, Myers, Paulty, Nesby, Schrader against Gregory, Klein, McCoy, Kreider, and Kulwicki.
Yeah, it will be really big if Grove could get some points here. They were only held to 7 in the second quarter. And even more importantly than that, none by Lauren Moody.
Nesby with a big 2 and a foul. Now, Moody had 9 points, and they were really, Kelsey, those were fast and furious. It was a blur, and she had 9, and then she's kind of been held quiet since the big buzzer beater at the end of the first.
It was, yeah. I think Crestview is really figuring out their game plan and what works, so it'll be interesting to see what changes Grove makes coming out of halftime.
After the rebound and the missed thermal guard free throw, comes Crestview. They've shot the ball very well from outside. 4 3-pointers have been made, compared to just 2 for Grove. That's not quite the game there. A couple more free throws made for Columbus Grove. Of course, turnovers and rebounds have come into this one. Crestview's just played very tenacious on both ends, and there's a Nesby block on McCoy. That's been the great matchup in the post, and thrown right to Moody with the steal. 2-on-2 going the other way, and look at that. Pulls it out of the way of the defender, finishes nice with the right.
That's what they needed. I mean, if you're going up one versus one up the floor against Lauren Moody, I'm sorry, but your chances of starting very good. She's just so skilled with her footwork, with her shooting, everything. That's a hard guard, that's for sure.
Their score ties up at 26 all. Nice skip in transition for Palte. She spins at the block and finishes with the left. Grove back on top.
Great job. Columbus Grove made the adjustments they needed to at halftime. They came out to a quick 6 points. Crestview still none for the third quarter.
Off balance attempt for Gregory. Loose ball underneath. It's going to stay with Crestview. They're going to make the first sub of the half as well. Lily Best checks in for Haley McCoy. 2-point lead for Grove. Holding Crestview quiet for these first 2 minutes.
They have, and yeah, in the first quarter, or in the first half, Crestview had 4 3-pointers compared to Columbus Grove's 2. So I think for them to keep hot shooting is going to be really big for them.
Here's Grove looking to add to their lead. Moody backs away near center court. Guarded heavily by Kulwicki, gets in the lane, and draws a foul.
Yeah, Crestview was really spread out on defense there. Moody noticed that, dribbled right into the center there, was able to draw a foul.
It's going to be Kulwicki's third foul of the night.
And Moody, 81% on the free throw line, so you really like her chances if you get her to the line eventually.
There is a drive to the hole from Palte, and she draws the whistle. They're going to get Kennedy Kreider her first foul of the night, and Crestview already 3 fouls in the quarter, so this could build potential for the Lady Bulldogs to spend some time at the charity stripe throughout this quarter.
It sure could.
First free throw for Palte, hits the back, but she gets the roll. Our first of 2 thermal guard free throws. And there's off the miss, and Lily Best with the rebound. 3-point game, still a 1-possession contest. Casey Gregory backs it up.
I think Crestview really just has to go back to what they're doing. See right there, they had the open shot.
That's what Kreider wanted. Nesby on the board. Comes Moody with 11 points on the evening. Loose ball, still on the ground. Crestview comes away with it. Long pass ahead, but just out of the reaches of Casey Gregory.
Yeah, like I said, that was a great pass up the floor there, just out of reach. But that's something that Crestview loves to do, those fast breaks. They really play really good, unselfish basketball. If they see someone running up the floor, someone they're open on the block, they're going to pass it to them. They're not going to keep it and shoot it themselves. So something really cool to see from the Crestview girls.
Looking for another stop here. It's been all Columbus Grove in this third quarter. Held Crestview scoreless since the half. Contact near the elbow. Now Moody being essentially face guarded by Callie Gregory. Step back with a 3 and knocks it down. Wasn't a whole lot of space, so she had to create it. Shows us why she's one of Northwest Ohio's best.
Absolutely, and she's creeping right up on that record, Garrett. What is she, 2
Yep,
away now?
she has 14. Her next field goal would lift her over 1,500 points in the top spot in Grove history. And trying to duck underneath. Got a whistle here. Ellie Klein looking for an angle.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate foul there for Allison Thompson. She was playing good defense. Unfortunately, the Crestview player was just really mobile in there and got her on the hit, but she was playing pretty solid defense to start.
Kicked out on the inbound. Halfway through the quarter. And it's a 10-0 start to the third for the Lady Dogs. Inbound for Kreider. Short corner, and she'll dribble out. Now Gregory. Gregory and Klein really got the offense going in that first half for Crestview. See if they can feed one of those two to get a spark.
They sure did. Yeah, I know they're experimenting a bit with that zone defense in the first half. Looks like now they're going straight man-to-man.
Klein steps back and knocks down the Dale's concrete 3.
That's what's going to do it. Get a pick, leave Ellie Klein open on the 3-point line. That baby goes right in.
Down low for Nesby. Back to the top. Inside out for Grove. Fortman, long try. Offensive rebound. Akmoudi put back and scored it.
And there it is,
1,501.
Oh, look at that. The whole crowd has 1501 signs. That's awesome.
They were prepared.
Congrats to Laura Knockmoody. Yeah, she's a fantastic player, great character in Northwest Ohio, and she's just really happy for her to have that achievement.
New all-time scorer here at Columbus Grove. She passes Lauren Slusser from the start of the millennium, essentially. And there's a drive and score for Ellie Klein, and she's going to get one. Trying to make this an old-fashioned three-point play. That creates still a one-possession game.
A great job there by Crestview not to let the crowd interrupt them there. They're just keeping on as normal. But Garrett, I have to ask, do you think the crowd had like 1502?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Did they have multiple?
What if she got the 14 and hit a 3?
Right.
Well, that was the number she needed, right? Thermal guard free throw buried by Ellie Klein. That makes it a 2-point basketball game. But even more impressive is she did it on an offensive rebound and a putback, showing really some of the completeness that she offers from her game inside and out.
100%. And I mean, Crestview has been stuck on her defensively all night, so the fact that she's been able to put up 16 points is really impressive.
They cause a turnover, and here they come. Gregory at the controls at the top. Drift to the left. And a handoff for Kulwicki. She's got 7 on the evening. Doubling up her season average of 3 points a game. Here's Klein, and she just kind of got rolled herself over and trying to jump stop.
Maybe a little bit too much momentum. I think she was maybe thinking 2 different things at once. Do I drive, do I pass it out, stop, jump, shoot? So unfortunately her momentum carried her there.
They're going to get a timeout for Crestview. Take it here with 2:07 to go in the third. 2-point basketball game. Still a good one over here at Columbus Grove. We'll be back on WOSN. Welcome back to Columbus Grove, where there is a new all-time leading scorer in program history here. Girls basketball for the Lady Bulldogs. And it's Lauren Akmoudi just moments ago during that last stretch of action, getting to 1,501, passing the former all-time mark. And there's more milestones ahead for the Putnam County League record, potentially in sight. That record is 1,851, so she's going to have to continue the aggressive pace that she is at to get to that. She's within reach of the all-time three-point shooting record as Haley McCoy with a juke and gets to the hole to tie the game at 34 all. Incredible player, and she's just going to add to that resume before going on to be Findlay Oiler here next year.
Right, very well deserved. Great job by Laura Knockmoody. She's a fantastic player, and yeah, like you said, she has more records to break. So like we were talking about on the break, I think now she wants to win this game. That will be next on the list. But yeah, like you said, 3-pointers, career points, Putnam County League. She's at the top of the list on a lot of them.
Open look near the block for Aubrey Schrader. And she banks that one back in. Seeing a lot of folks get involved here in this one. We've seen Crestview defend the Grove offense and really contain the offense as a whole very well tonight, holding them to 36 points with a minute to go in the third. They know who the best player on the floor is. Contained her pretty well, but you got to defend 5, right?
Absolutely.
There's the miss and the rebound. 2-point lead for Grove with the ball. Ruth Myers. And a skip pass. Schrader gets to the hole, and another one. Left her alone on the backside of the defense. And she was able to slip free and score 2 buckets similarly. And now we got some confusion here.
Yeah, we'll talk about that last play there a little bit. Schrader, that was a really great job by her. She was wide open on the left side of the court. I thought she was going to take the jump shot, but she saw the open lane there, so she took a couple of dribbles, gave her a little bit of an easier shot, and she's been a really big in this third quarter for Columbus Grove.
Got 2 buckets. She's up to 9 on the night. Second behind Moody, 16. And see the little bit of a hiccup here. There was a whistle that sounded almost like a timeout whistle, and then teams were coming on the floor, and then it was being dribbled up, and, well, we had the hit reset. Back at 27 seconds.
Yep, a couple of substitutions coming in.
For what is likely the last possession of the third quarter. Crestview has been held to 8 points after leading by 4 at halftime. Impressive quarter for Columbus Grove. Here's Klein with 10. Picked up her dribble. Finds Kulwicki down the lane. Kicks to Kreider. Kreider hesitated at the last shot. Offensive rebound, Kulwicki, but it's juggled around, and they're going to run out of time. Columbus Grove applying some pressure here in the third quarter. They have a 4-point lead, outscoring Crestview 16-8. During the third stanza, we'll take the timeout and enter our final quarter of the night here on WOSN. Fourth quarter getting started, and our 3-point sponsor tonight is Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Leipzig. For all of your commercial and residential concrete needs, it's Dale's Concrete. Crestview starting with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They're going to overcome a 4-point deficit. 2 teams unbeaten in Northwest Conference play, still early in the season. Loose ball. But don't let the calendar fool you on how important this game is here tonight. These are 2 programs that are as tough as any in this conference. Crestview always near the top. Last year, they got all the way to the state Final Four. Defeated Columbus Grove twice last year, once in the regular season, once in the tournament, and they force a turnover right here. All the way up the floor, and Klein draws the whistle. And for Columbus Grove last year, just added to another line of winning seasons. They're up to 11 in a row. This would be the 12th straight. If they do just that.
It would, yeah. I was interested to see that, like you said, Crestview won both of these games last year, and they were by somewhat sizable margins, but this game's been pretty much together all night long. So I've really been impressed by Ellie Klein. She's been doing a fantastic job. Just got to the free throw line there.
And here is Klein again. Knocks down both thermal guard free throws, where Klein a year ago was likely, maybe even option 3 or 4 from an offensive scoring standpoint. Now the senior has really taken that big step forward as one of the key contributors. And here defensively, it starts with the defensive end for Crestview. A great vision looking for Kulwicki underneath, and Klein was able to pull defense out of position in transition. And here 2 more thermal guard free throws for the Lady Knights.
That was a really good job there by Kulwicki. She positioned herself right under the basket, unfortunately a little bit too far, so she made the shot a little bit harder for herself, but she still ended up with the foul and is on the free throw line for 2.
Kulwicki was 7 on the evening. First free throw good. She's missed 1 free throw all season.
And she's 100% for the night. Hopefully I didn't just jinx her there.
The next bucket would tie this game back to 38. And it's off target.
Well, cast her curse here.
And the way the defense is playing, she may not be without another chance going forward. Here's a second chance try for Columbus Grove on the offensive glass. Good ball movement around the perimeter. Dumped it inside for Nesby, and she gives it up. And in and out. Great try for Paulty. So we'll get the ball back, and we're going to get 2 shots for Grove.
They had Nesby double teamed there in the post, so the Crestview player was able to get, or the Grove player was able to get an open dribble there, missed a shot, but Nesby got it back anyways. got fouled, and looking for 2 points here from Nicole.
Nesby's cleaned up at the line tonight. She has 4 of her 8 points there, but misses her first. X is away and good. And we talk about the success of the Crestview team a year ago. Columbus Grove has not been far behind either. Bluffton's had some solid seasons in the Northwest Conference. But even looking at other sports, look at what these two teams have done there. Columbus Grove coming off of a state appearance in girls soccer this past fall as Klein gets to the hole, ties this game at 39, and who else would be player of the year? Moody has a tendency of just finding the net, whether it's soccer or basketball. And she's going to draw an offensive foul here, turning it back over to Crestview in a tie game.
Yeah, it just shows you how important sports are in these small town schools. I mean, like you said, we see state appearances in multiple sports for both of these teams. Really great players who go on to play at the next level. Really great for small town Northwest Ohio teams.
Certainly is. Here's a timeout, and we're going to take it as well. 6 minutes left in the action. All square from Columbus Grove on WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove, where our free throw sponsor this evening is brought to you by Thermalguard Window Indoor. Quality windows and doors from a local company you can trust. Visit thermalguardwindows.com or call 419-229-4273 for your free estimate today. Crestview and Columbus Grove locked in a 39-all tie here in Northwest Conference play this evening. This is just the second conference game for Columbus Grove on the year, the third for Crestview. 3 on the way for Klein, missed, and the rebound snatched up by Moody, and she's off to the races. Zigzagging between a couple defenders, spin, kick, open 3 for Allison Thompson, in and out. And Haley McCoy brings it down.
A really great job by Moody there, recognizing, and Allison Thompson. When she drives in the lane, everyone's going to follow her. So Allison Thompson was able to stand out and get an open shot there.
Casey Gregory dribbling between the circles.
Yeah, and Casey's scoreless in the second half, I believe. Yep. So that's definitely one that they're going to want to get involved.
Yeah, a heavy dose of Ellie Klein doing the scoring. Yep. McCoy thought about a 3 from the elbow extended. 5-minute mark of the game, still tied.
So they're just going to take things up top and reset again.
And almost swiped that away by Schrader. Very patient possession. Every turn with the basketball is magnified in a game like this.
Absolutely, and that's what really worked for Crestview in the first half here, so I'm glad to see them going back to it.
Got to look at the scouting report and see if you can keep this to a low-scoring game. Crestview's going to like the way the game will turn out. Almost had a turnover there, but McCoy, turnaround jump shot missed and grabbed by Thompson. So between good rebounding and turnovers, Crestview's been able to dictate the game and slow the pace a little bit there, but Grove shooting at a great percentage here in the second half. Aubrey Schrader with a good open knockdown.
Yeah, and if you're Crestview, if I'm coach, that's something you just simply cannot do, leave Aubrey Schrader open right on the elbow there. She's going to score those 9 times out of 10.
Casey Gregory slips out of danger, and we'll restart. And timeout, Crestview. 30-second stoppage here for Coach Gregory to talk things over. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty in this one. Big contest in the NWC. Returns when we come back on WOSN. Our scoreboard tonight at Columbus Grove is brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Scoreboard jockeyed back and forth most of the evening, but it's been tight. 41-39.
Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty with this one here. A really good game as we expect to see by two fantastic teams, and we'll see who pulls out on top here.
Klein backs her way in, and a little teardrop over the top.
That's 6 on the fourth quarter for Ellie Klein, and wow, what a game she's having.
She has a game-high 21.
Yeah, she's been prominent in every single quarter, scoring.
And Nicole Nesby gets into double figures. Cleans up on the right end, and Crestview, just like that, one quick shot and you're right back to the position you were moments ago.
Yep.
Klein kicks it. This is Best. And all those other passing lanes covered up, nearly stolen at the top of the arc. Under 3 minutes to play now. Klein thought about a three. She's looking for help. And nearly thrown away. Great recovery, Josie Kowicki. And with the possession in limbo, Crestview takes a wise timeout to make sure that train did not come off the tracks.
You're right, yeah. Crestview looked like they were just getting a little bit flustered there. Really great timeout there by Coach Gregory. Reset, give them some plays, and see what they can do coming back out.
We'll take a quick breather, too. Back after this on WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove for our three-point sponsor tonight is Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping in Lipsick for all of your commercial and residential concrete needs. Dale's Concrete. 2:41 to go in the game. Northwest Conference battle undefeated. 7-0 Columbus Grove hosting 7-1 Crestview on a 6-game winning streak. A steal from Lauren Akbudi. And she speeds up the floor and finishes with the southpaw.
Fantastic steal there by Akmudi. And I was just thinking, Garrett, we haven't seen much of Akmudi yet in this fourth quarter, but right as I'm thinking it, there she goes with her effortless layups, or 2 points.
Laying in the shadows, and a jump ball. Arrow is Crestview's, but they're down 2 possessions. It has not been much more than a 2-possession game all night. Here's the inbound for Klein, and she knew that internal clock was ticking. We'll try to inbound from the baseline again.
Crestview playing really great.
And there's 5 seconds.
Yep. Sorry, I misspoke there. Columbus Grove played fantastic defense. They're doing a really good job when this game's coming down to the end here. They're doing a really great job stepping up and doing what they need to do.
2-minute mark, and this is a big possession for both sides. Columbus Grove with a bucket can get some much-needed breathing room, or if you're Crestview right there, forcing a turnover, but it goes right back to the home Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's exactly what Crestview needed. Unfortunately, it came right back to the Bulldogs, but I think if you're Coach Schrader here, you're really not pushing. We have 1:50 left here. You're up 4 points. We don't need to force anything right now. Let's get a good shot.
And Akmudi trying to pull that defense out.
With a little bit of contact there, I think the crowd will need a foul.
And Nesby draws contact inside as well. Kind of some mutual going back and forth, but she's going to get the whistle. She got the bucket and will get one. And I think that is one of those baskets that can really tell us where this game might be heading the final 95 seconds.
I think you're right, Garrett. And just Nicole Nesby, I just want to give her a shout out. She's been playing fantastic in the post tonight with so many threats, really great post players for Crestview. She's found her way to the free throw line multiple times. She's doing a great job of in there of getting up shots and finding her way to the line.
And buries a thermal guard free throw. 48-41. Columbus Grove creating some separation here late. Little 7-0 burst for Columbus Grove. Does Crestview have a response?
Yeah, and Columbus Grove knows who the hot hand is for Crestview tonight.
And that's who she
Ellie
was
Klein.
right there.
Feels like the momentum switching a little bit here with about a minute left. But wow, what a fantastic effort by both of these teams tonight. It's been a great game, but we still have a minute left, so who knows what's going to happen.
7-point deficit for Crestview, about their largest of the evening. And the Lady Bulldogs at Columbus Grove digging down with a big second half. They trailed at halftime.
Yep, and Columbus Grove, like we talked about earlier, they're not rushing anything here. They're just passing the ball around. Crestview's going to have to foul or see if they can come away with a turnover.
And there's going to be that foul. And that is the 4th team foul, so the next one will trigger free throws. 48 seconds to go in the basketball game. And a doozy in Northwest Conference play. And it's going to be a very competitive league, and this is going to be one of those early games that, you play this one early. It's a shame you're not going to have it later when these two teams are coming down the stretch preparing for postseason play. But this is what makes the regular season so special. You can have a game like this at any point of the year.
100%, yeah, and you're going to see that with a lot of schools around here. We knew this was a big game going into it, albeit very early in the season, like you mentioned. But, wow, what a game this has been. Really great job by both of these teams.
Moody knocks down the second of 2 thermal guard free throws. Gives the Lady Bulldogs an 8-point lead here late. Ellie Klein trying to make something happen. Has it tipped away. It'll stay Crestview ball under their hoop. With 34 seconds left.
Yeah, it's unfortunate Casey Gregory hasn't been able to get more involved in the second half. Her offensive points per game is something that they really are going to rely on, but there's other players stepping up just like right there, Kennedy Kreider.
Kreider with the 15-footer. Yeah, she's a 15-point-a-game scorer, has been held to 6 tonight. All of that in the first half, and all pretty early. It's just been one of those evenings defensively that both teams knew the assignment today. And they delivered just that, a low-scoring nip-and-tuck affair.
Yeah, it just shows because Columbus Grove, they average 63 points a game. Crestview averages 50 points a game. They've both been held under a little bit what they average, so you can just tell how great quality both of these teams really are defensively.
Yeah, you look at the numbers for the defensive side, they really put the clamps down at giving up both sides about 26 a game. They've blown that out of the water already, but just a different energy level from both ends.
Absolutely.
Different caliber than what they've really seen for the most part this year. Josie Kowicki with a quick bucket gets her to 10 on the evening. Coach Gregory's going to take a timeout to get within 6 with 5 seconds to go. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take the timeout also. Final moments from Columbus Grove next when we come back on WOSM. .9 seconds to go with a basketball game here tonight. Crestview and Columbus Grove. Grove with the 6-point lead, get inbound, and I think that last timeout was for get something drawn up to maybe steal the inbound and make something happen, and as soon as it did not, that was all she wrote. A whale of a basketball game, 51-45. Columbus Grove improves to 8-0. They're 2-0 in the league. They'll have a Putnam County League game coming up later in the week as they go to Lipsick. And for Crestview, they'll play Kalida next at home. They fall to 7-2, get their first league loss. But, Kelsey, first of all, tremendous performance for the defenses tonight. That's really where this game started. Lauren Moody got hers, got the program record to highlight that. But this just shows how great of a league Northwest Conference girls basketball is set up for as the year unfolds.
It really does. Obviously, a record-setting night by Laura Knock-Moody, but there's been a lot of other players who have really stepped up and put on great performances. Crestview, I know this is probably a tough loss for them, but I don't think they need to be upset with this. They stuck with Columbus Grove, who is a fantastic basketball team throughout this whole entire game. They actually, I'd say, probably had the better first half. So really great job by Crestview. I know they have some hard games coming up, like you mentioned. Clyda and OG are both pretty good teams, but keep their heads up. They did a really fantastic job, and I'm sure they'll have a great season going forward.
Knock-Moody leads Columbus Grove with 19 tonight. Nesby with 12. Schrader with 13. On the Crestview side, Ellie Klein led the way with 21. Cole Wicke got in the double figures with 10. That'll wrap it up for us here at Columbus Grove. And a great night for ladies basketball in front of a great crowd here at Columbus Grove. Thanks to everybody here at CGHS for the hospitality here tonight. Thanks to Jonathan Young on the camera, Jacob back in the studio. She's Kelsey Beimer. I'm Garrett Mansfield saying good night from Columbus Grove, where the Lady Bulldogs are 51-45 victors over Crestview in Northwest Conference basketball.